or you use property binding technique. Now, when you are binding any dynamic data, then it is always recommended to handle this type of scenario. If property is not available, then use attribute binding. That means now important. Suppose if I say img, so here I am writing attr.src. att.src is equal to photo. You can write in this way also. You can write this way, but not required, because it is available as a property. You can write directly. This is also valid, but you don't need to do that, because already it is available as a property. Angular can identify issue that Angular handles because of browsers incompatibility. That is what the problem here is. But very important, these all are either you bind to property, either you bind to attribute, or you bind by using interpolation. These are all one-way binding only. They are not two-way binding. That means, suppose you bind it here. So I'm removing this table. You are binding to a text box. Suppose name related, some text box we have attached. So here input type is equal to text, and here we have a value is equal to product dot name. We are binding it, and the product name is displayed below, and I am changing this TV to mobile. It's not changing, it's not affecting back, it is not reverting that. That means all these are one-way binding technique. They will not support two-way. Now important is we need to understand how to use the two-way binding technique. Two-way binding in Angular. Two-way binding means it allows to identify the changes happening inside the model and updates the changes to the view. Any change in the view, it will revert back to the model. That means model contains continuous updates. That is the best way of dealing with the two-way. But for that, you need some additional library to handle two-way binding and interact with that library, right? How this two-way binding technique works, that we will see in tomorrow's session, right? Tomorrow is important, so because we will clearly understand the complete scenario of data binding. Two-way binding is the major one we need to understand and use. For that, we need some additional options to handle, right? So tomorrow we will continue with this, how to handle two-way binding, okay?